Welcome back to my first video of 2025 and the start of a new series, and it's going to be my favorite things and different categories of things that I got in 2024. So this is going to be the first in this series. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any other things that you would like to see or things you'd like me to do on my channel this year. Thank you so much for all your support over the past year. I'm so excited that I did meet my goal of 3,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for that. And let's start this video with, or this series, I should say, with my top 5 favorite crafty purchases from 2024. So this video is going to be, like I said, my top 5 favorite crafty purchases from 2024, plus a bonus one that's not really necessarily crafty, but really goes along with all the things I do. And you'll see that one at the end, and I might do a separate video on it eventually, but I will show it in this video. So the first thing, you're actually looking at it. I have not had this very long. I actually got this on Black Friday, and so I've only had, a couple months to use it, but I love it. So this is my glass mat. It is from Squirrel and Vine. I purchased it at my local scrapbook store. I will see if I can find a link to it online. But this mat is great. So it checks all the boxes of the things that I was looking for. Sorry about the lighting. It's not the greatest right now, but anyways, so first of all, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the floral design. I just think that's really pretty. But a couple of the features that I really like, one, of course, it's glass. So that means I can use my inks. I can use alcohol inks and all those things on it. And it'll be clean. You can clean it up very easily. It's also heat resistant. So that means I can do heat embossing right on this mat and don't have to worry about damaging it from heat. It is scratch resistant. You can cut right on it, and let me tell you, I was a little bit nervous to try out that feature, but it did work. And I have cut things on here with my rotary blade and no scratches, so that's great. It's also fully magnetic. So this is glass obviously on top, but underneath is a magnetic sheet, so it's fully magnetic. So it comes with this ruler, which is great because, again, magnetic, and also comes with these 4 magnets. So this is really great because you can hold down your work while you are cutting or whatever you're doing, and it's magnetic. You could hold stencils down. Love it. So it just checked all of the boxes for me. I like that it doesn't have a lot of unnecessary measurements on it, so it doesn't look too cluttered. It's easy to clean. You can see I got a little bit of glue on here from a project I was working on, but this will clean up really easily. So love this mat. It is pricey. I did get it on Black Friday, so it was on sale. So maybe wait for a sale, but I just love it. I love it on my desk and can't say enough good things about it. Very happy with it. So that is my first item. And this isn't in any certain order. It's just going by the list that I wrote down. And number 2 is my new scoreboard. Now, I do have the Caterpillar crop paper cutter, which I've talked about many times on my channel. It would be a favorite, but I don't think I got it in 2024. Anyways, I got the crop because it has a swing out arm. So when I am working on albums, I can have my setup like this, cut, score, whatever. It's great. So that's why I purchased the crop. The Pro wouldn't have the swing out arm. It just has the full platform. So it really just depends on how you want to use it. Love that paper trimmer. It is in my Amazon store. But this year I wanted to get a new scoreboard, and I treated myself to the Caterpillar one. I thought about this for a bit. It is a little bit pricey compared to other cutting board or scoreboards, but I really like it. I love all of the incremental measurements. It helps people like me who sometimes struggle with smaller measurements. I like the scoring, would you call them crevices? I'm not really sure, but they make it very easy to score. The tool that comes with it is great because it's got this stylus end, so that fits really nicely in here, but instead of the traditional paper scorer, you're less likely to puncture your paper with this, so that's great. And the other feature that's really wonderful, because I work with a lot of really heavy cardstock, is this extra little thing that you can put on here. This is for when you're scoring really heavy cardstock, like 110 pound. Now, I do score my 110 pound just on this without using this. But if I want a really nice crease, like maybe I'm making a card base with 110 pound, this is great. And so you use this end of the scoring tool and you go like this over this raised piece, and it really gives a very nice score. I do have a video on this if you want to see me testing it out, but I really love the scoreboard. Also, it is transparent. They do make a light board that fits under this. I don't feel that's a necessity for me. I don't have issues seeing things up close. My issue is seeing things far away. So, but if you have that issue, the light board underneath might be really helpful for you to be able to see things better. So that's always an option, but definitely love this scoreboard. I would highly recommend it, and that is number 2. So the next thing on my list is this tape holder. And now this, you know that I love my score tape. That's mostly what this is. This is made by Score Tape. It's called the Stacker. This is also in my Amazon store. I absolutely love this. You take these little rubber stoppers out and you put something heavy inside. So you could put sand. I think I have a mixture of sand, and then I had some of those like vase filler glass beads that I wasn't using, so I have some of those in there. But it holds your score tape. And the reason this is great is because when you are working on something, you can just tape it down and it holds your tape and lets you unroll it. So, you know, this is one of those things I thought might be kind of gimmicky, but I actually really find it very helpful when I'm taping things for album covers. So I love this. Sometimes it's hard to find. If you're just searching, I've had a hard time finding the link for it before, but it is in my Amazon store, so you should be able to find it there if you want one. But I really love this. I even gifted it to some friends for Christmas, and they loved it too. So that is definitely on my list. And also, this is a tape that I'm trying out to see if I can replace my score tape. So we'll talk more about that in a future video, but it is from Sign World and I got it on Amazon. So if you're curious why that one's there, jury's still out. I used it on my junk journal album. That was my last video. So we'll see how it holds up. Okay, next on my list is something that probably is no surprise. It's a Tim Holtz product, and it is these scissors. So I love these spring-loaded scissors. They have become one of my favorites, my go-to that I grab. I have several different pairs of Tim Holtz scissors. I love them all, but these honestly are my favorite. They have a really pointy tip, and the spring-loading action, I just feel like makes it really easy for fussy cutting. And they're very, very sharp. So I love these scissors. These are probably my favorite pair in my entire collection. So love these. Okay, next on my list is my die holder. So I have definitely talked about this before. It's been in other videos, but I'm going to show it again because I really love it. So this is by Tonic Studios, and it's basically this little easel that is magnetic, and it will hold your dies for you while you're working on projects, so you don't have things all over your desk. If you're like me and you have a mess of little paper, you can set it off to the side and put your dies on there, keep everything together so you don't lose little pieces, and then it folds right up and it is very easy to store. So love this. One of my favorite purchases from this year, and I use it often. All right, the next thing on my list is my stat cutter. So let's go over to the paper cutting area and we'll take a look at that. So this is a new purchase. I have not had it very long. I do have a video, kind of a first impressions, but I have used it. I used it making my last journal, and I have to say it's amazing. So you saw me test it in the video, or if you didn't, you can check that video out. But I have used it several times since then, and has to be on my list because this may be my top favorite item from 2024. It got right in there at the end, right in December. But I highly recommend this. It's amazing. It can cut up to 1-inch thick stacks. I cut entire bindings off books so I could use the pages. It's amazing. Love it. So this is definitely on my list, and I will add it to my Amazon store as well. Also, sleeping puppies. All right, so now for the bonus item that I told you about. It's not necessarily crafty, but I think if you are a paper crafter, especially if you like making albums or maybe scrapbooking, or you just like photos, you will love this printer. I got the Epson photo printer. I think it is it's PM 400, so PictureMate 400. This printer, first of all, it's not very large, right? It's not going to take up a whole lot of room. Let's see, it's just under 10 inches by like 6 1/4. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's wonderful. And the picture quality is phenomenal. Now, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say these pictures that I've printed on here are better than something I would get from Walgreens or some other picture printing. Now, this photo was just a photo taken with my iPhone on Christmas, and I printed it. I don't know if you can see the quality in the camera, but there's not a line, not a pixel, nothing. This prints amazing photos, and how awesome to be able to just print them, put them in your albums, put them in your junk journals, put them in your scrapbooks, immediately, not have to send them out. You can print these different sizes. So 3 by 5.5, 4 by 6, and 5 by 7. So all the sizes that I would most likely use, you can print. So honorable mention, but also amazing tool to have in your craft space. And so I guess it's number 6 on my list. A couple of videos that are going to be coming up in this series are my favorite organizing items, not necessarily maybe purchased in 2024, but just kind of my favorite craft room organization tools. And also I do want to go over my top 10 favorite crafty thrifted items from 2024. So the things that as I look back on things that I thrifted for my craft room, my top 10 favorites, and that list is going to be really fun. I got some amazing things thrifting. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.